Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Or should I say, a unsolved mystery. Yes, guys, I decided to make one of these. Why? Because I wanted to make them, okay? Yeah, so that's all. Okay, let's start. The Zodiac Killer is or was a serial killer who wandered the streets back in the late 60s and early 70s. Okay, so why why did he name himself the Zodiac Killer? Like, that's one question I always had. Like, why? I just don't know why. The special thing about this killer is that he was never identified. But the crazy thing about this is that he murdered five people in the San Francisco Bay Area, which was in Northern California. Okay, five people were murdered. That's nuts. Like, to me, that's honestly nuts. Back on topic. The Zodiac Killer got his name by his name. He sent letters to the regional newspapers threatening them if the letters were not printed. Now, two of his victims actually survived, and their names were Michael Mageau and Brian Hartnell. But before we discuss what these two murders saw and who the man was who shot them, let's talk about the first murders. On December 20th, 1968, in Lake Herman Road in Vallejo, California, 17-year-old David Fairway and 16-year-old Betty Lou Jensen were both shot while sitting in their vehicle. The police arrived and Jensen was dead around 30 feet away from the vehicle, and Fairway was alive but died when he arrived in the hospital. This will be known as Lake Herman Road murders. Okay, so two people were shot. It was a 17-year-old and a 16-year-old. What kind of person goes uh, out there and literally shoots teenagers? Like, who does that? Are you brain dead? Nah. Let's get back to the two people who survived this horrific man. So Michael Mageau was sitting with Darlene Farron in the Blue Rock Spring Park in Vallejo parking lot. They were a couple, basically. A second car drove into the lot, but immediately drove away. But 10 minutes later, another car parked behind them. The person got out of the car and started to approach them. He was shining a flashlight and holding a 9mm Luger. The Zodiac Killer shot 5 times, hitting Farron and Mageau. Despite this, Mageau survived, but Farron would pass away in the hospital. Mageau would describe the man as being 26 to 30 years old and about 195 to 200 pounds, 5'8", a white man, short, brown hair. This event will be known as the Blue Rock Springs murders. Okay, so he targeted two teenagers, or should I say, a 19-year-old and I think a 22-year-old. Yeah, I mean, he targeted like couples. Let's be honest with you, mainly couples because he already killed two of them already. Well, I mean, not two of them, but three. Well, back on topic. Furthermore, college students Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were picnicking at Lake Barissa. A white man approached them with a gun. He tied them up, and they were stabbed. Again, Hartnell would survive, becoming the second survivor of the Zodiac Killer. He described the killer as 5'11", about 170 pounds, and he was wearing a black executioner hood with sunglasses. He was holding a .5 gun, or millimeter gun. This event will be known as the Lake Barissa murder. Now, these two people survived the Zodiac Killer. Based on the descriptions, a sketch was made. Okay, so a sketch was made. That's great. I mean, they can actually capture the person. So yeah, I mean, let's keep going. Let's keep going. 2 weeks later, after the Lake Peressa murder, a white male entered a cab driven by Paul Stein. A white man shot Stein in the head with a 9mm handgun. Now, 3 teenagers across the street reported the crime. 2 patrol officers named Don Falk and Eric Zelms responded. They observed a white man walking on the sidewalk east of Jackson Street. Falk said that the white man was about 35 to 45 years old, about 5'10". The teenagers described the man as 25 to 30 years old with a crew cut and was about 5'8" and 5'9". This event would become the Pseudo Heights murder. However, police actually looked for a black suspect. Okay. What? This is ridiculous. Okay. So it's a white man, right? They confused a white man with a person who's African American. Bro, why? I mean, how can you make that mistake? I mean, again, this is back in the late 60s, but still, bro, I mean, I don't understand. It's just, you could have caught him. It was a white man. He was right there. Now, I realized that I haven't spoken about the letters from the Zodiac Killer. The first letters were 3 letters that were sent on August 1st, 1969 by the killer, and they were received at the Vallejo Times-Herald in San Francisco Chronicle and the San Francisco Examiner. A psychiatrist described the person who wrote these letters as brooding and isolated. These letters took credit for the shootings at Lake Herman Road and Blue Rock Springs. But that's not all, because on August 7th, 1969, another letter would be received by the San Francisco Examiner, with the beginning of the letter saying, "Dear Editor, this is the Zodiac speaking." Okay, so he basically gave his name. That's where he gave his name. But why? Why would you want to give your information out like that? Like, why would you want to be called the Zodiac Killer? There's nothing about the Zodiac Killer. You know, the Zodiacs, like those little things that, like stars. Like, the Zodiac, what's your Zodiac symbol? Like, let's say that. Why would he name himself the Zodiac Killer? Like, I don't understand. Dear Editor, the Zodiac Killer is speaking. I'm just kidding. The letter contained a message to the police that was cracked. On August 8th, 1969, Donald and Betty Hardin of Salinas, California, cracked the code, or should I say, a cryptogram. Guys, it was a cryptogram. It was a cryptogram. Are you joking? Are you kidding me? A cryptogram. Bro, I don't even know what that is. Now, I will read it. I'm just kidding. I will not read it. Why would I read that? It's literally a waste of time. Like, why? If you want this video to be long, I don't think anyone's going to watch it if it's very long. Well, there was a letter mailed on October 14th, 1969 to the Chronicle. This time, the letter contained a swatch of Paul Stein's shirt trails as proof as the Zodiac Killer did commit the crime. But the crazy thing about this thread is what he said, which I will not read because, literally, why would I? No. On November 8th, 1969, the Zodiac mailed a card with another cryptogram consisting of 340 characters. On November 9th, 1969, the Zodiac mailed a 7-page letter slating that after he shot Stein, he spoke with 2 policemen 3 minutes later. What? Okay, why? Oh my. Okay, first thing, he mailed so many letters. Where did he mail this? This was back in the late 60s, in the late 60s, early 70s. Where did he mail this? Did no one see him mailing these letters? Another thing, these police officers, man, they just did a horrible job. Literally, you spoke to the man. You spoke to the murderer, the Zodiac Killer. It's just ridiculous, honestly. I mean, what? Now, the Zodiac Killer continued to send letters, but his final letters was received or postmarked on January 29th, 1974, praising The Exorcist. Okay, you're gonna praise a movie. That's cute. Now, moving on, let's talk about the suspects. The first suspect name is I'm sorry if I butcher this. Ly Allen. Well, he's dead. Yes, he's dead. But he was a suspect, and he was interviewed by police in the early days of the Zodiac investigation. But the police got his attention because in 1971, his friend reported to police that Allen had a desire to kill people, and he used the name Zodiac. Whoa. Whoa. That's the man. That's the man. I'm just saying that's the man. I mean, he used the Zodiac. He used the name. That has to be him. That has to be him. I don't know. That has to be him. He used the name Zodiac. Okay, let's see more evidence if they have. That's the man. In 1974, he was arrested for sexually assaulting a 12-year-old boy. Interestingly, in July of 1992, Mike Mageau identified Allen as the man who shot him. Okay. So, the guy who was shot, Mike Mageau, basically, he said it was him. Okay. So, if he got shot by him, then that's the suspect. That's literally the guy. That is the guy. Arrest him. Well, he's dead. So, in 2002, the SFPD developed a partial DNA profile from saliva on stamps and envelopes from the Zodiac letters. They compared the DNA with Allen's DNA, but there was no match. Also, Allen's writing was not similar to the Zodiac's writing. Okay, so that's kind of weird. I mean, first we have the victim who described him as being the killer. He was the killer. And also his letters don't match and his DNA did not. So who posted those letters? Did he just send some person to go send those letters? I don't know. The second suspect's name is Gary Francis Post. Basically, okay, how do I begin with this one? So in October 2021, yes, 2021, the case breakers claimed to have identified the Zodiac Killer as Post. Again, the man is dead. The team claimed to have uncovered forensic evidence and photos from Post's dark rooms. They also noted that the scars that Post had in his forehead matched those that were said to have been in the Zodiac's forehead. Now, to end this whole thing, basically my theory is that Allen is a strong suspect, but again, he is dead. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The Zodiac Killer is unsolved. So I guess it will. That's it. I can't say anything else. I mean, the strong suspect is Allen, but he's dead. He's literally dead. What do we do? The case is unsolved. Or solved, shall we say. I don't really know. But the way I forgot to I'm sorry. By the way, I forgot to mention this. He claimed, yes, the Zodiac Killer claimed to have killed 37 people. 37. Oh my goodness. Jeez. Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this unsolved mystery. Yeah, it's just I just wanted to make one of these. I just seen so many on YouTube, basically. But yeah, see y'all later.